NASA's GRACE satellites orbit 300 miles above the Earth. Their mission is to measure gravitational anomalies in the world's oceans.
The gravity mapping is a really revolutionary technology that just unlocks these mysteries of Earth.
Everything that has mass exerts a gravitational pull. The greater the mass, the stronger the gravity. The NASA satellites detect structures hidden beneath the ocean by measuring variations in Earth's gravitational pull.
This technology will map the effect of gravity on the ocean surface, which tells us what's going on.
In August 2012, as the satellites pass over the Indian Ocean, they detect something under the waves. Something big.
This is supposed to be just empty seabed. The question is, what is down there?
The gravity data suggests that whatever is hiding down there, it weighs billions of tons. Further tests confirm that the Earth's crust in this part of the ocean is strangely thick.
So all around this area in the middle of the image, you have pretty thin crust. It's about 5 miles thick. But in the middle, you have this banana-shaped feature that is 4 times thicker. It's about 20 miles thick.
For the scientists, the size of the anomaly and the thickness of the crust can only mean one thing.
This image indicates that there is a continent below the surface of the water, which is really amazing.
There's a ghost continent that's beneath the ocean in a place where we had no idea it could possibly be.
The discovery of the ghost continent stuns the scientific world. But investigators discover a clue to its origin in a series of 15th century Indian texts.
Ancient scrolls tell of a land that was lost beneath the waves. And where was this supposed to be? Right where the satellite image was taken.
The notion of a lost continent is not quite as far-fetched as we would think. In ancient literature, there are stories about a continent that went missing many, many years ago.
The Indian texts speak of a mythical continent stretching for thousands of miles. It is known as Kumari Kandam.
This would have been a formidable civilization. This is something that would have been one of the most grandiose sights of the ancient world.
According to legend, the kingdom is ruled by women, but defended by savage male warriors.
Forget 300. Forget the Spartans. The Kumari Kandam warriors were the badasses of the ancient world. These guys were mythological warriors, ancient special forces.
Kumari warriors know no mercy. Strangers entering their capital are beheaded. But, so the legend goes, the Kumari's wickedness is punished by an enormous flood.
A catastrophic flood destroyed this landmass 10,000 years ago. Imagine tsunamis the size of skyscrapers, a whole culture, a whole way of life, wiped out in seconds. Now that's chilling.
The idea of a lost continent is not confined to mythology. 19th century zoologists also speculated about one in this part of the planet.
In the 1860s, there was a zoologist by the name of Phillip Sclater who proposed that there was a landmass that stretched from Madagascar all the way to India.
Sclater suggested that such a landmass could explain an apparent discrepancy in the evolutionary tree of species found in Africa and India.
His reasoning for thinking this is that you can find lemurs in Madagascar and you can find lemurs in India, but not in Africa. And Madagascar is a lot closer to Africa than India. At some point in history, Madagascar and India had to be connected by a giant landmass.
Sclater names the lost landmass Lemuria. Several other Victorian academics suggest that Lemuria could even hold the key to one of the greatest mysteries of human evolution.
Some scholars suggest that this lost landmass is where we originated from, mankind. This is where we came down from the trees, which is now what we call the missing link.
Maybe all the evidence we need is on Lemuria and it's this land bridge and it's now buried underwater.
The missing link in human evolution may just have been found, from space. Then, on the island of Mauritius, comes another clue.
Scientists go to Mauritius and scoop up some sand and other soil, and what they found was something very surprising. What they found in those samples were zircons.
Zircon crystals are minerals created when continents first formed during the Earth's turbulent geological past.
The fact that you find zircon crystals on this young island suggests that there must be some kind of continental crust that's beneath the island.
Geologists now believe that the lost continent detected by the NASA satellites was once part of an ancient supercontinent. 180 million years ago, the giant landmass began to break up, creating Africa, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. Apocalyptic tectonic forces pull the lost continent apart and submerge it beneath the waves.
When a continent breaks up, the entire Earth's crust will just be ripped open and leaves chunks of these continents just stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Gravity mapping of the Earth's oceans is revealing previously undiscovered parts of the planet. As to what else lies beneath the waves, we can only speculate.
We now have the technology to apply what we have found in this one particular place to the entire globe. This might be the first of many more ancient continents that we find beneath the waves.